Pandas. I got brawls and then it's just don't bleed and the Pandas, welcome to the stream. Glad that you guys are here. Welcome. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Pandas. The Apex gods have heard us. And they have extended the promo till the 27th. The 27th, that's next Wednesday. Or sorry, that's next Monday, which is in about 2 more trading days. And they extended it because people were complaining about, not complaining, but they were telling them how they were not around, that they could not trade, and also the volatility in the market. They would like to have the ability to purchase new ones if their accounts fail. And it's just so the wild west. And that's the nice thing about Apex. That's another reason why I love Apex. They listen to the customers, and if enough people complain, apparently they will just extend these promos. So you guys know what to do next time a promo is about to end. English says trade of 8 issue as well. Was that during this cycle, this promo? If it was, yeah, that was definitely a thing. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. FZen. Good morning from Alberta. Tanner. Good morning. Diego. Good morning. Leading loser. Good morning. Douglas. Good morning. We want 90%. We want free evals. This keeps getting better and better. It's demanding more and more. Let's go. Hey, let them know. But that's the nice thing about Apex. This is why I think they have the best customer service. I don't know if any other prop firm would actually listen to the customers like that and actually do this. Like, they're so in tune with their customer base that they are, they are able to listen and adapt, which is amazing. Charles Wilson, it's the 29th. You're right. You're right. I messed that up. It is a 29th. I don't want to spread fake news here. Sorry about that. It is 29th. I was thinking about something else. The 29th. Good morning, guys. Good morning. What do you say about the FOMC yesterday? How wild was that ride? I think it was just amazing that after FOMC, we just got the volatility of the days of old. We got the volatility of how things used to be, where we just saw setups after setup after setup. You're able to take advantage of it, then you were able to take advantage of it. But man, finally we got some volatility hitting the markets, and we got some good movement going on up and down, and it was just it was a sight to behold. Jerome Powell, with his words alone, able to influence the global markets. I mentioned that FOMC will most likely cause a move so large you'll be able to pass all your evals in one trade. And this is it, right? At this moment, the FOMC announcement came out, and it was a 0.25, basis point raise. Even when the FOMC, the Fed funds rate, is exactly what people expected, still, you were able to get a move strong enough to pass all your evals right there. Second entry long, break a trend new high. And then people waited around for a while until 2:30 when the press conference started. It got really choppy until 2:30, and then after 2:30, when Jerome Powell started speaking, we started getting some volatility, and basically everyone was clinging on to every single word of Jerome Powell. And I don't know what it feels like to have that much power in the world right now. Truly, you are controlling the world market, because the U.S. economy essentially influences the entire world. And can you imagine having that much power, that much responsibility? I personally would hate it. I would hate it. Maybe some people would love it, but that is not something I would enjoy at all. Especially when you have, you're put yourself in a really bad position. I mean, the position that the Fed is in now, they caused it themselves, and now they have to get out of it themselves and pay kind of the price they have to pay for the super low interest rates and high inflation they were creating through monetary policy. And the banks, they got spoiled. They were like, all right, just buy treasuries. But now they're in an environment where treasuries are just got destroyed, and investments went sour. But after Jerome Powell started speaking, he must have said something in the last 10 minutes that I did not catch. And Big Mama hits. Big Mama hits here, and it's amazing. Let's take a look at the daily chart. What we have here is very interesting, where you basically have multiple failed traps. Not only is this a trap and that fails, right? So you start here with this trap. This fails, goes up, and you can say this is an okay move, but then you get a second entry short, A, B, C, right? Two legs up. That's all it is. It's two-legged pullback. I know it might sound confusing, but it's just two legs up. A, B, C, and it triggers a second entry short. Believe it or not, this is a leg up. Why? Because if you zoom in close enough, it's unbelievable. And this is one where the Big Mama actually fails. Unbelievable. It actually breaks above the previous candle's high by 1 point. And so that counts. One tick, even on a daily chart, doesn't matter. One tick is enough to cause, right, this bear leg turning to a bull leg. So that reversal from the bear leg to the bull leg, that causes the first pullback. First entry, second pullback, Triggers a second entry on a daily chart. Nice to get a scalp, but not much more than that. So you can call that a failure because we actually don't break the previous pivot low, which is down here, and it reverses, fails to continue this downtrend, reverses, and this trap triggers. And guess what? The trap has no follow through. Strong bull bar ending on its near its high, but no follow through whatsoever. Ends up printing a strong bear candle ending on its low. So that's a trap, and another trap, and sorry. So this traps here up, traps to the downside. So now we have a double trap here. And will we get a triple trap on the daily chart? I'm thinking perhaps potential. If this happens, you heard it here first. Potential H4 setup or L4 setup, where we get this move and a reversal up, and then a strong move down. 4 pushes up, L4 setup off the 20 MA. That happens. You heard it here first. If it doesn't happen, forget I said anything. Yeah, you gotta be fair. You gotta be fair. You know, not all my calls are 100%, but if it does happen, it's something I can anticipate. When I say these things, I'm not actually trying to predict the market. I'm just trying to anticipate the market. I hope that makes it. I hope you guys understand the difference. I hope you guys understand the difference when I say that. I'm not trying to predict the market. I'm just trying to anticipate the market. When I say that, I'm just saying that I'm anticipating the market to do something so I can get ready if it does do that. And so you got to be 3 or 4 steps ahead of what could potentially happen, so you have a game plan ready when one of those things happen. So 10,000 tick chart, we are chopping back and forth, but what a move down. Amazing trap trade here, right? You got one leg down here and you got a trap pointing to the new lows created. So you got this amazing move. I mean, is it a measure move? Perhaps. Let's check it out. Is this a measure move? More than a measure move. Goodness. When you usually have a more than a measure move, that's not necessarily a good sign in terms of trying to reverse the market. Now we got a slight push up, pull back here on the higher time frame. I mean, it looks something like this overshoot to an undershoot, and it might lead to a new high. Who knows? 2000 tick chart. Focus a little bit more granular here. Granular. That's a little more granular. Why is that so hard to say, pandas? What in the world's going on? 2 legs down. Oops. We're gonna try new high. Push down. Are we gonna look for a new low here? Is a question. Failed breakout, failed breakdown, goes back up. This looks more like a trading range here. Starting to form. Got a higher low setup here. Let's see how this pans out. I'm unsure here. Looks more like a trading range. Starting to form a trading range in this area. Trading range indicator thinks so, at least. And good morning. Let me say it. Welcome to a couple more of you guys. More people have joined. Exponential. Good morning. Peter Cho. Good morning. Welcome back. Richard Harris. Good morning. Rock Runs. Welcome, welcome. FSN. Recommendation. The dock floor. Washington last night. Dock floor. Do you think Jerome Powell, Iron Cruz asks, do you think Jerome Powell is involved with insider trading, telling his friends to either go long or short? Can only speculate here, and really, unless I mean, you can always speculate, like these people in the federal government, especially with so much clout in a sense. I don't know. Can you really trust any type of person in government? Or he's not, you know, Jerome Powell's not really a politician, but he has so much like exposure, and he could always be treated like a politician. Does he still have integrity is what I'm asking, and what I'm thinking. Does this man still have integrity? I don't know. I want to say no. I would say one thing is that that they telegraphed this for a long time, as in they've warned everyone for a while, and it was not a surprise when when they made their announcement, all the news and announcement, it wasn't really a surprise, and Jerome Powell's like slowly opening the door to new things, as in we may pause. So him mentioning that it makes it a possibility, and so now it's just like, okay, like, I mean, obviously they have to raise the rate at least one more time, in my opinion, because the target interest rate, funds rate, Fed fund rate is 5.25, and we're currently at 5. So there's at least probably one more, about to happen, one more rate hike, and let's see from there. But he's been pretty I would say he's been pretty transparent when it comes to what they're trying to do. So insider trading, I don't know. To be honest, I just can't say. There's no proof of that. It'll just be pure speculation. As I said, when futures trading switched from pit to computers. Oh yeah, there was someone did mention that. I don't think that was Richard Harris. That was someone else. Howard, this is my favorite trading movie is Rogue Trader. I had no idea. Was it Ian McGregor or whatever his name is? Was the main actor? Is it Ewan or Ian? I don't know. Something like that. He's in Rogue Trader. He was also in Moulin Rouge. And Rogue and Rouge are very close spellings. Just nope. There's no such thing as coincidences. Conspiracy. Wayne Bicknell, good morning. Welcome back. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed your vacation. Hope you're ready to refocus and trade. Granular, not nuclear. Market just opened, Pandas. Wait for a setup. Are we getting a nice push up here? Possibly. We could have an inside bar day today. I wouldn't mind, or I wouldn't be surprised. Especially if you want to set up for the L4 setup. Pandas, by the way, BBM 80 has been extended to 329, which is another reason why Apex is the apex of prop firms, because essentially they are looking out for the customer. The customers wanted it and they gave it to them. And that's the kind of customer support that you get when you trade with Apex. Trap trade triggering to the upside. I'm not sure what is going on here, but could potentially have a nice follow through here. Maybe a second entry long is what I'm waiting for, to be honest. Looking at this now, it looks more like a weird spike in channel type looking situation here, and it had a failed breakdown and pushed higher. Second entry long, is that what I'm waiting for here, Pandas? Got a nice push up off, off this trend line. Thinking we might get back to the top of the trend line, and coming off support like that, using this pivot, just seems like we are on a nice pace to push higher here. But we shall see. Second entry long potential setup here. Unfortunately, it gets a micro double bottom. We don't get our setup, and it's not even close to the 20 MA. So we're skipping this altogether and just let it play out. It's not a setup, so we just skip it. Even though we can call the premise and predict the premise, in the long term, that may burn you. Because the whole point of the setup is to make sure that you want to kind of have confluence between a setup and your premise. And that's what you want. Helps with the timing, and it helps with gives you more confidence and a little more assurance of the trade. It's a second entry long, but it's not close to the 20 EMA. And that is a risky trade here. Even if you think this is gonna go up, man, this is giving me FOMO. It's a risky trade because we're not actually close to a support, even this triggers. And you can notice the highs here may act as resistance, but when you just see the strong move up, you're just thinking, man, this has a good chance to pop up again. Basically looking like a bull flag type situation. And I definitely have some FOMO here if this does trigger. What can I say? But the better setup is to wait till it touches the 20 EMA. So we're going to wait for that. We're going to wait for the setup to come to us. We're not chasing anything here. We don't want FOMO. Even if we can't prevent it, we have some FOMO right now. We really want to go long here, actually. The second entry long. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Man, if it's a good signal bar, I may take a risk. Shot my shot, Ooh, it's so ugly. I don't like that. I don't like how this looks like. It looks choppy now, and it looks sus. Micro double bottom now. Micro double bottom, you're gonna give that to me? Now touching the 20 EMA. Give me a decent signal bar, please. Give me a good signal bar after this, and I'll consider it. If this is my signal bar, I'll have to cancel this and come with a retracement if it ends up being a nice entry bar. I hope that makes sense. All right, this is a terrible signal bar, but you can still enter in this trade. If it does trigger and it's just a nice solid bull bar, you can come with a retracement. And if there's a nice entry bar, then that might be enough reason for you to want to enter in with a retracement. The signal bar is still ugly, pandas, but we are with a two-leggy here off the 20 EMA and a potential strong uptrend. Right, bouncing off support like this, you're thinking continuation here. I drew this line here on this pivot, seeing if it makes a staircase pattern. So this will act as a support here. Let's see how it reacts to this. If it closes above this line, it's free game basically as support. Second entry long, 20 EMA is curling down a little bit. Could be a little sus here, but I'm gonna take this trade, seeing how strong this move up is off support. And so I'm going to take a chance here. I like the setup. I like the reaction, initial reaction. Let's see if we can get an actual scalp here. It's not enough yet. We need 2 points. But I like that initial strong move up. That's what you want to see when you're in any trade. I mean, what you really want to see is just it scalp you out immediately. Ooh, so close. So close. Am I getting bamboozled here? I don't think so. Tickling my targets, tickling me. Come on. Feel me. Feel me. Feel me. Don't do this to me. No. Perfect scalp trap potentially. You can see that this is a gold box showing that this is a perfect scalp potential trap trade. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I don't want that. I don't want that. I still feel confident in this trade. I just don't like seeing that. You never want to see that. This is going to trap me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, that's better. Give me that solid close above my entry. It's an inside bar. I don't like that. I wish it just scalped me out, but this is tough. I'm feeling the heat a little bit here, but as long as we're still green, I'm okay. But if we start to reverse here, like if this triggers, I'm gonna come out break even, like I typically do. If this does trigger this trap, it's a perfect scalp trap currently because we've made a perfect scalp, but I didn't get filled yet. And this is what I mean by perfect scalp. And this, I actually like to see these on the charts if it does happen. So this is why we have a gold box. You can see a perfect scalp being created here as well. It looks okay though, pandas. I mean, I feel confident. Ooh, pops up a little bit. I need more than that though. Ends up becoming red again. Pops up a little bit. Keep seeing that green. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. I wasn't worried at all. Let's go, baby. Zero concern in that trade. I knew 100% I was going to get that. It's, you know, for you guys, it might have been scared. You know, you guys who are unexperienced and don't know what you're doing. But for me, that I was not scared at all. This is why you need to have a strong heart, pandas. When it comes to trading, you need to have a strong heart. Make sure your cardiovascular system is on point, and you just want to make sure that you can withstand stress like that every single day. And that's kind of what happens in the market. It's super frustrating. It creates like an inside bar here, and then finally pops up, just scalps me out, and then reverses strongly. Incredible. It was enough for a scalp at least. The setup itself, I didn't feel so bad about it because we had a nice signal bar coming off the 20 EMA there. Some things going against you is the fact that 20 EMA started to curl down a little bit. You can see the angle is down, and typically don't like to trade when the angle is down like that. Also, yeah, I mean, we kind of bounced off this potential support, but I mean, technically we didn't even touch it, so. So much stress. So much stress. Jeez, this is what I was scared of was going to happen. And actually happening, though. That's a funky looking chart. I mean, you can say maybe break a trend to new high, and people are looking for that reversal, which they got. They're getting a small one at least. Right now, I am currently definitively profitable on this account. Definitively profitable. There's no denying it. 100% undeniable proof I'm profitable on this account right now. I've been honestly pretty much a break-even trader on this account, so I mean, hey, break-even's better than losing, so I'll take it for now. I'll take it for now. I think my trading, you know, reflects the market conditions we are in. You know, when the market's choppy, you know, I typically end up becoming like a break-even trader, and that's nice, right? If the market conditions are harsh and you come out break-even, you gotta realize that's a really good thing. That's a really good thing, because when the market conditions are good, that means you can make money. Like at the end, you'll be profitable. Of course, you want to be profitable when the market's harsh as well. The market conditions are harsh, but if you can come out break even or close to break even with maybe a small loss at the end of harsh market conditions, then you might beat yourself up because you're like, why can't I make money like you know, like Panda does every single day? Why can't I be just like him? And you know, I'm just giving you a word of encouragement. You know, you can be as good as me sometimes, but even if you're not, as long as you're break even, of course, I'm joking, of course, but even if that's the case, right, you gotta realize if you come out break even in harsh market conditions, you are in a very, very good place. Just wait until the market conditions are good. Your trading will be amazing. You're gonna be like, this is so easy. I've been trading harsh market conditions for so long. Like when the market conditions are so easy, it is, or ease up. You know, you're gonna realize how easy it is. Got a nice push up here. Goodness gracious, what's going on? Interesting. Okay. I don't know. I just don't know. A lot of this stuff is happening. Got a type of like these wedges here happening. It just looks weird. undershoot to an overshoot, then a failed breakdown to pop up here. Something that we did see is this. We just see a move up potential here because we got 1, 2, 3 hits and nice push up. We're thinking follow through on that. That's why I entered this trade, because I saw this follow through off the 20 MA. I was thinking follow through here, and we ended up making that new high. Not this thing that looked weird, right? If it didn't have this kind of move up, then I would say this looks kind of weird. It looks like something's missing here. It looks like it's missing a head of some sort, right? So it looks like it just does not make me feel. It makes me feel awkward. I feel like with the strong push up, you kind of need another, at least a double top of some sort. And finally we're getting it, but man, it looked a little awkward until now. Now it makes more sense. Now I feel like this is done. You know, we can move down now freely. And yeah, that is what I'm thinking. A, B, C. Maybe another second entry long here, but I feel like this move is done. It is a second entry long, this trigger here. It does make another little push up here, right? So we got 2 legs up now. Higher time frames, what are they telling us? Higher time frames, 10,000 tick chart, break of trend to new high, looks like, on the higher time frame, with 2 legs up on that break of with that new high created. But look at this, we're clearly above the 20 MA, and even I think a support here, so we could be in an uptrend still. 5-minute chart, we're clearly underneath the 20 MA here and creating a second entry short. A, B, C. But looking at this, I mean, this cycle could be done. We got 2 legs down, so potentially this could reverse here and give us a nasty, not a nasty, but a potential failed second entry short. Sorry, this leg should be up here. On the 5-minute chart, potential failed second entry short here. And this is getting choppy now, but I don't know. If I had to make a bet, I would think maybe uptrend day today, but don't know. Kind of confusing. Pandas, hope you guys are doing well. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Second entry long was way too choppy, but if you have a strong premise that this can go up, then you can consider this another bull flag here, and this bull flag is creating another bull flag. I'll probably be a little more comfortable with the pullback here. I need like a whole cycle on the downside to happen. You get like a breaker trend, essentially, and then a new low, then fail second entry short. That would be beautiful if we get set up like that. You know, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Let's see if we get it. I just don't know, though. This is too choppy, too confusing for me. No. Decent push down. Okay. That was expected, for me at least. Probable? Was it probable? Not probable enough for me to take a trade, but that's what I was expecting to happen. Most likely thing to happen. Like I mentioned, I will only really go long if I get this full cycle down. Right, 2 legs down, then fail second entry short above the 20 MA would be the setup I'm looking for. I don't know if you remember, I just drew this, so that's what I'm telling you. I was expecting this, or not really expecting, anticipating. Let's say that. This is one of the setups I was anticipating as I drew on the charts before it happened. See if we get another leg down here. Potential fail second entry long to get a nice little push down, perhaps. I feel like this is a decently strong uptrend, and I'm gonna stay away from shorts for the time being. Right, we keep getting higher highs and higher lows, so I just feel like we're still in an uptrend. In fact, you know, some people may even take this second entry long based off this trend line. I'm not taking it because underneath the 20 MA, so I'm skipping it. But I'm saying that you know, some people may. Iron Cruise, I'm up $30. Let's go. Hey, pandas. If you're up $30, guess what? Multiply that by 2,500, and if you can keep up $30, $30 a day, you could end
10,000
the
tick
year
trap
with $75,000. $30 a day. And if you have 10 accounts, you can make $75,000 at the end of the year. Consistently make $30 a day. Potential trap trade on the 10,000 tick chart. Okay, interesting. Another leg down, clearly above the 20 MA. And let me draw this trend line again because it might actually be relevant. A higher low setup, but right into resistance here. You got obviously 3 attempts up here that fails. Another attempt here pushing down. You can take the second entry long. I just feel like it's near an area where it may show as resistance here. Jeez, that's tough for me. It's a nice looking signal bar too. It's hard for me to take. It's just too close to these pivot highs. Man, that's a beautiful signal bar. You can't really ask for more than that. With the retracement, it might be a better trade to take because now you're thinking my risk is smaller, but the probability is similar still. Maybe that retracement was the play here. I just feel like I hate when this happens. It creates basically a triangle in this area. Because you're thinking, man, this is such an obvious uptrend. Let me get in the uptrend setup, a bullish setup here, and something like this will stop you from entering in, and it's super frustrating. It happens like that. I wish this happened like a little bit lower, not triggering right at the highs here. Fortunately, I'm gonna just pass on this one. Maybe if we get another second entry long, maybe I'll take it. If this gives me a basically an H4 setup. If you give me an H4 setup, I'll take it. You can only resist so much FOMO. Okay. Micro double bottom doesn't quite give me the setup I wanted. Gives me a micro double bottom instead. So that setup that I was going to take didn't happen, right? Gives me a micro double bottom instead. If it did trigger, it would have been an H4 setup, higher low, coming off our trend line and 20 MA. I would have taken it, but this is not the setup, right? We still haven't triggered this. Oh, the H4 setup disappears. We may just get a trap to the upside. The trap does trigger on 10,000 tick chart. I'm just sitting on my pause here. It's getting quite choppy in this area. And so I'm going to let it go. I'm just going to watch this kind of go by. Because of the uncertainty here after all this chop. But if we break above here, I may want to go long because we are still off this trend line. and 20 EMA, and I feel like it's just too much pressure, bullish pressure, right? It's like a can or a bottle, and it's just capped off right now. This is the cap of the bottle. You have all of this pressure pushing up on it. You're just thinking if it does trigger, it's gonna pop off. You just need a little weakness, and that weakness could be the triggering of this reversal here. Let's see if we get it. Pandas. Potential nice setup here. You just feel like that pressure is just building up right there, and I'm gonna try to attempt to trade here. Signal bar is not the best though. I may swing this a little bit. Nah, I'll scalp it. I'll just scalp it. Because we're already kind of late in trend, so I'll scalp it. Do not copy my trades unless you want to lose a bunch of money. I think I have enough here. I know it's choppy, Pandas. I know it's choppy. You can say this is trading range, but from the amount of bullish pressure I see from this, with this trend line holding and the 20 EMA holding, you got another setup to go long. I'm gonna attempt this here. Inside bar created on the 5-minute chart. In this trade. Don't make me sweat. Don't make me sweat. Don't make me sweat. Come on. It's gonna make me sweat. That's not good. Feeling the heat already. Feeling the heat because I'm red. It just ticks me. It's a tick entry, reverses, and that's the risk you take coming into a trading range like this. Unfortunately, looks like I might lose this trade. It is what it is. I was willing to take the risk there because I felt like there was so much bullish pressure on this trend line and this 20 EMA. I just felt like we could pop up here, and it looks like it's going to stop me out, unfortunately. With that happening right there, Pandas, that's enough for me to try to come up break even, right? Reversal. All right, lose that trade. That's the problem trading in chop. I just felt like there was enough pressure there to really pop off, but it is what it is. You let it go. Second entry long may be what actually triggers that there. Still a lot of pressure here. Goodness. That hurts. That hurts. What can I say? That does hurt. Do I want to do a re-entry here to go long? Should I attempt it again? I just feel like now at this point that pressure is being relieved a little bit. Maybe at the end it just was exhausted by the time I got to this chop. Didn't have enough in it. It was just a slow grind back up to it. Unfortunate. Darn. Sorry, Pandas. I mean, you win some, you lose some. As long as the outcome is income, it's all good. Terrible signal bar now. Do I still want to go long here, coming back into this trap? So this many failed attempts to break out here. I don't know. I'll probably take the trap instead at this point. If it traps here, I'll probably be more interested in that. It does trigger. We're gonna take this trap here. If it does trigger. Let's see what happens here. I think I'm coming double position, but it's probably not a good idea. Let me take single position here. Because it's a first break of this trend, it may look for a new high, even if this trap triggers. Or it could just be too choppy. I should just stay away from this. Eee. This is tricky. It's getting really choppy here. Inside bar. It will be technically a first breaker trend here. Okay, it does push up here. No longer interested in this trap. Right, it's a tick entry, gets me out, takes me out here. Unfortunate. The risk was quite large. 1, 2, 3, almost 4 points. Trap may trigger here, but like I mentioned, this is first break of trend. We may look for a new high, but this may fail attempts to break out. It's getting so choppy now, unfortunately. It's just not, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, what can I say? Yeah, I almost felt revenged. I almost felt like I was going on tilt right there, and I gotta consider this is a first break of trend. Looking for that new high now. That's painful. That's painful. It's got so choppy all of a sudden. Not all of a sudden. It showed a choppiness here, and that's the price I pay for trying to enter a breakout trade. And it is what it is.
5-minute trap.
Trap potentially triggering on the 5-minute chart. Does pop up. Nice trap on the 5-minute chart. Does scalp out pretty immediately here. Unfortunate. That new high created. What actually ended up happening was it had to break the trend, then had enough juice to really pop up. Miss Panda dropped off some Panda treats. I'll be on mute on and off here, but I'm still here and just gonna wait for this grind to finish. So hope you guys enjoy the grind. Where's my trap? My trap. 5 minute touching the 20 EMA with a trap trade. Enough to touch the 20 EMA here. Give me a trap here. I'll be taking it. I might take it aggressively as well.
10,000 tick trap.
It's not because I'm on tilt, or is it? I just feel it could be such a good setup. You can consider the lower high being the trap here because you can see maybe potentially hit a second entry. I'm gonna wait for the setup to actually happen. I'm not gonna take on the hidden second entry long. There's a hidden second entry long. A, B, C. Hidden second entry long. Failed. Potential failed second entry long here. Potential failed second entry long, and then triggers here on the lower high. Maybe I could take on the lower high, but it's not necessarily a second entry short I like. Right, it's a second entry short because I got two pushes up essentially. One push up here and another push up here. Decently strong bull bar. Right, signal bar is terrible.
10,000 tick trap.
Up higher now, so no trap potentially. The reason why I'm looking for a trap because I feel like there's a break of trend and new high was created, so potentially we can reverse here. And the 20 EMA was touched on the 5-minute chart, just tapped. Right, the 5-minute chart just taps the 20 EMA right there. But sitting on my pause, no setup yet. Pandas, did you guys listen to the FOMC press conference at 2:30? A lot of people don't know, but not only is there an FOMC statement that comes out at 2 o'clock and that's available to everyone at the same time, there is also a press conference where Jerome Powell speaks or spoke at 2:30. And so with that press conference, more information come out, especially when it comes to the future outlook. And reporters ask questions, and in those questions, Jerome Powell may show his true intentions a little bit more than reading off a statement. So it's like, people were clinging onto every word. And so you just saw this massive volatility in the market, which was amazing for, if you're scalping. But, man, it's like Jerome Powell just says, forget your calls and puts. We may get our setup here, Pandas. I will consider it, but it's not as pretty as I thought it would be because that second, both legs are above the 20 MA, which looks a little strange now. It actually ends up looking like a second entry long here. You're telling me there's micro trend lines here. Could be like a break of trend to new low, and this might be a nice push up. It's a hard signal bar to take, even though the signal bar shape looks okay. It's happening really close to the pivot high, the previous pivot high. I'm just skipping this trade. It just looks a little funky here, though it is a second entry long, if it does trigger at all. Second entry long does trigger here. Sitting on my pause. This is clearly an uptrend, but man, now the trap trade will be above the 20 MA. It's just weird. No. Pops up. Okay. I just can't take that second entry long. Look at the legs. The legs of that second entry long doesn't make any sense to take it. This is the first leg. There's a moving average gap on that leg. Pushes down, and then it triggers basically with this choppiness right here, and hard to take. Is this popping up strongly though? Creating a very interesting look on the daily chart. Very choppy, and almost looks like a hot dog. Here's a bun, here's a bun, here's a hot dog. Now I want a hot dog. What in the world? What's going on? Pandas, remember that the promo is extended to 10 or 3/29 next Wednesday. So if you weren't able to take advantage of it, please take advantage of it now. It's amazing that they extended. That's why I love Apex. It's because they did that purely based off the fact that the customers wanted it. So they are a prop firm that looks out for the customer. A very customer, they definitely take the customer as the main priority for the way they make their decisions. And so that's where you want to be, right? You want to be with a prop firm you can trust and that they have the customer's interests in their minds. That's how they started. They were like, we were unsatisfied with these other prop firms, and let's create our own. Now they're probably the best one, maybe the number one prop firm right now, I think. What is going on, man? This grind, I hate grinds like this. 10,000 tick chart, look at this grind. This nasty grind upwards. 5-minute chart, grinding up to the 20 MA. I don't know. It looks like it wants to reverse and hit hard to the downside. Pajok says, I blew my PA, but I have a payout coming. It's approved, and they already took the money out. If I cancel the subscription, can I still get the payout? You should. They already took the money out. You should, but I would double check with Apex. If you have a question, especially concerning a payout, I would not depend on my answer or anyone answers. You want Apex's answer, because then if they for some reason said, oh, you canceled your subscription, thus nullifying your, the obligation for us to pay you, something like that, at least you have Apex, a record from Apex themselves saying that, oh, Apex told me that I can, that I should get paid out. So I would say just make sure you check it out with Apex. And you guys are you may be right, but that is, in my opinion, you have to make sure with Apex. Potential second entry long here. I mean, is this uptrend overdue, or should we attempt to keep going higher? That's the question. That is the question. Too long or not too long? That is the question. Padre says, I want to cancel. I understand, and that is a sticky situation, but I would 100% make sure that you confirm with Apex, because sure, you may lose $92, but you do not want to lose your $1,000+ that you can get from your withdrawal. Sorry about that. Yeah, Daryl just called me. He said, don't let them know, but we're going to give out. It's like, I don't want to say anything. What is going on? Sorry, Pandas. After losing this trade, just got. I don't feel confident. I didn't feel confident in this trade. I'm not going to enter this long. It's just, we're just missing this uptrend here. What can you do? Second entry long here potentially, but is this uptrend overdue is the question. Do I want to take a second entry long here? I mean, everything tells me says no, but we've been in such a strong uptrend. In a sense, I kind of want to just go for it. Second entry long. Let me ask you guys, what would you do here? Would you take a second entry long off the 20 EMA? A, B, C, off the 20 MA. It's apparent uptrend. Second entry long. It's grinding up here. Thinking more two-tier here at this point. Signal bar is not pretty at all. It's the worst shape you can imagine. Unsure what's happening here. Trap trade. I'm skipping that long, obviously, underneath the 20 meg. 20 meg curling down as well. The trap trade, is that even worth it? There's not even enough room really to this trend line if it does trigger. Outside bar reversal trap does trigger. And scalps. Perfect scalp actually on the outside bar reversal. But hitting this trend line now. Trap does trigger and it actually scalps you out if you took that trap outside bar reversal. Goodness. It's hard for me to find a reversal when there's so many pushes up. Maybe bouncing off my trend line here. Maybe with a higher low, I may consider going long here. Only with a higher, best setup would be fails like entry short, of course. Higher low may do. John Lee, welcome back. Welcome. I'm down 566 right now, but man, if we get a setup, we can make that back up. But man, this is tough. This environment right now is not good. The PA right now is not making clear setups for us. Coming off our trend line.
Five-minute trap.
Trend line works out. All right, I'm not making a trade off of that, but you know, what did they say? What do they normally say? What does our boy Matt Damon say? Fortune favors the brave. Making a trade just right off a trend line with an 80% chance this trend line will at least break down a little bit. That's crazy. John Lee, hey Panda, what do you think of Michael Chin's return? Guess who's back? Back again. Michael Chin is back. You almost may call this a double chin. Yeah, we had a great time talking about that last couple days. This trend line it works out. But I didn't make a trade off of it because I don't make trades off, first entries like that. I need like a second entry. I need another reason to go long. Not just a bounce off a trend line. I need some confirmation, and the confirmation is too strong in the sense where now it's a little too late for me to really enter a trade off of this. But it's grinding up. If you notice on a daily chart, it's a daily hot dog setup. Left bun, wiener dog, and then the right bun. It's a professional setup that not many traders talk about, but the hot dog setup. The thing is, people think it's this will be bullish. It actually is not bullish. It's just mimicking exactly what's been happening. Many hot dogs here. You got a red bun, got the green meat, red bun, or you could say, bun. It just means it's choppy actually, right? When you have 3 overlapping bars like this, it means it's choppy. Now, if it does go higher, it doesn't mean that was bullish. It just means that it broke out to the upside from the choppiness. Did I play Big Mama fail second short on daily 2 days ago? Yes, I did. Of course. By the way, Penance, I'm going to release a video soon. I may release it first to members and then open up to the public. I'm not sure how I'm going to deliver it, but I will be releasing a video sometime about Big Mama trades. I know a lot of you guys are asking about it, and so I will show a video about it. So be on the lookout for that. We're back on our trend line with a higher low setup. L4 setup triggers on the 5-minute chart. Trend lines are nice to act as support, but you need confirmation. It's very hard to just trade right off trend line. People, of course, are doing it, but that's a different. I'm not saying that's a bad strategy. It's just not what we're trading here. Buying limit orders off this trend line, and you keep doing it until it fails. The thing is, this is the more rare scenario. Usually, you don't get trend lines that work out so nicely. So that's why it's something that I personally don't do myself. I don't put limit orders on the trend line because most of the time the trend lines break in some way. 80% chance it'll break. Not saying that it will break out, but it will break through it and potentially come back in. Like 50% chance it comes back in. Perhaps a second entry long here though. I'm actually slightly bearish right now. I'm slightly bearish. I'm seeing the L4 setup off the 20 EMA on the 5-minute chart. That looks bearish to me. Give me a fail second entry long, I'll take it. Give me a fail second entry long, please. Please, please give me a setup. Give me a fail second entry long here. What do I want? I want this A, B, C, second entry long triggering and that failing and just giving us a nice pushback down. Potentially maybe back to this trend line down here. Just give me a setup, right? If this second entry long does trigger, I just can't take it beneath the 20 MA. Should I do double? I'll put a pull up. Should I double my position if this trap does play out? A, B, C. Feels like actually long trap trade. Double position on that trap because it's such a good setup. Come to Papa. First we need a setup. It might not even happen because we're getting a nice push down here. Who knows though? Pan, if you're gonna take one setup, Big Mama. Actually, it would be a Big Mama at this point. So reliable, so incredibly reliable. I did back testing with Big Mama, and you're gonna be shocked by the results. Like absolutely shocked. I was like, there's no automated strategy this mechanical, this simple, that will be profitable. There's no automated strategy, and lo and behold. Fail second entry long does not trigger because the second entry long does not trigger. So we cannot make a trade until the second entry long does trigger first. We cannot make this trade. We have to wait for the setup. No FOMO. No homo. A, B, C. We may get it here. A, B, C. When I said homo, I mean Homo sapien because I'm a panda. I don't know what you guys were thinking. Now it's getting choppy. I don't like the traps when it has like 3 bars like this because it signifies chop may start occurring. So FOMO equals homo? Yeah, Homo sapien. All Homo sapiens have FOMO. It's part of the Homo sapien nature. Micro double top. Come on. Come to Papa. Give me triggered that second entry long. Come on. Trigger the second entry long. Trigger the second entry long inside bar. Micro triple top. Come on. Trigger the second entry long. I know you want to do it. I know you want to do it. There it is. Pandas. We finally got our setup. Let's see if we get it to trigger beneath the 20 MA here.
Five-minute trap.
Got in this trade. Trap does trigger the outside bar reversal. Unfavorable for me. I like it if it actually triggers with a new leg, but not the outside bar reversal. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I'm in double position here. This may hurt, pandas. 1, 2, 3. This is why I don't like traps with 3 overlapping bars like this, especially with the outside bar reversal. I was not expecting the outside bar reversal to trigger, actually. It's a mean market right there. Okay, big red here. Big red. If this doesn't work out, big red. It's a bloody panda if this doesn't work out. Hey, but pandas. BBM 80. 80% off. You should take advantage of it. So if you do stuff like this and you bust your accounts, hey, it's so cheap. So cheap to get a new one. Okay, we actually triggered the trap, so I don't feel so bad anymore because we're in this trap regardless, because it does trigger afterwards. It's just so choppy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 overlapping bars in a row now. So I don't feel so bad entering there because technically the trap does trigger, so it is what it is. It's just the trap may fail here. Yeah, it looks like it's about to fail. Amazing. I'm done, pandas. I'm just done. This market is just terrible. It's so terrible. I cannot trade this market. I called this trade too. Fail second entry long, and it reverses and just breaks my neck with a double entry. Pandas, BBM 80. Let's just say I'm as happy as you are that BBM 80 is extended. That is terrible price action. I cannot tell you how terrible this is. That is some yuck price action right there. What can I say? Whoo! What is that, pandas? Fail second entry short does trigger, and just reverses, rips your face off. Amazing. Maybe that goes to show, don't ever try to go short just in an uptrend. Maybe that's what it is. Attempted to reverse it there, and it is what it is. Jeez, pandas. Vicious market today. It's
10,000 tick trap.
10,000 tick chart, clearly above the 20 MA the entire time. Traps here on the 10,000 tick chart. Just waiting for that setup, and the setup doesn't happen, but again, a 1 tick setup reverses on me. 1 tick setup here reverses on me on these traps, and this trap was with trend. This one was against trend because I just felt like at this point we could actually reverse here, cutting beneath the 20 minute with a bad long entry, so trying to enter the opposite of that. And trappers get trapped right there. And, it is what it is. So Darn, pandas. I felt like that was good enough for the double. Especially because you have the trap attempt here and a second attempt. The same trap, essentially, in the same spot. Ends up being a nice support here. And I got burned big time with that. Just takes a day like this. So frustrating. So very frustrating. It hurts. It hurts. What can I say? Hey, at least it's an eval, pandas. This is an eval. And trading a lot of contracts because it's eval, right? That was like 10 contracts in deep. And it is what it is. Jeez. Failed trap right there. It's frustrating. Failed trap like that. I have conceded today's market is too choppy, too confusing for me. And I am at a place where I'm okay with walking away from the charts today and taking my losses. And, I'm okay with that because I may gain my money back. But from the looks of it, it seems like the market, to me, is pulling too many tricks on me. Pulling too many tricks. Give me those one tick entries on those traps. Very frustrating. And I don't like to mess with tricks. I don't like to mess with tricks. So if you're getting tricked early on, then it's best to stay away just because now at this point, this is how I feel. And that's what we call going on tilt. And you gotta know when to call it quits. And it is what it is. So not the best trading, definitely today. I mean, the thing is like I waited for my setups too. I waited for certain setups. It's just this setup, maybe coming right into the support here. Being in an uptrend pretty much the entire day, trying to take that trap trade to the downside, reversing. Just maybe a low probability trade there that I should have considered more things there. And I just was so keen on entering some sort of setup, right? I mean, we're on stream. I need to enter a trade so I can make some money back. But overall, at the end, it's like, okay, I see a setup here. Potentially could be a nice setup. And entering a double position. Yeah. That's the unfortunate thing where it's like forced to kind of trade within a certain window and you kind of make up a setup, right? I made the setup up. As in, like, I mean, the setup is truly there, but I made it up as in, I think I made it up as in, I made up how good it is in my mind. And didn't consider the fact that, the uptrend is just too strong. Gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. And, get burned by those one tick entries, unfortunately. So, it is what it is. Pandas. Hey, with that being said, regardless, fun trading with you guys. And I think we'll come back tomorrow. We'll bounce back. And let's see what happens. So pandas, I'll see you guys tomorrow bright and early. 9 o'clock for the pre-market show. 9:15 for the mainstream. And I'll see you guys then. So trade safe, everybody. All right, don't do what I do. Don't go on tilt. I'll do that one more time for you guys. We're on tilt here. And I think every trade today was, actually my first trade was a winning trade, and my last 2 trades were losing trades. So the 1 and 2 today. So don't go on tilt. What can I say? Stick to the plan. And if you feel like you're going on tilt, step back and take a break, take a breather. As always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.